Morris and Marty are cute. It's cool enough out here this morning that they do care about being on the heating pad. It's in the 40s. It's going to be in the 50s. Hi. Hello. With a chance of frost tonight, so we already know we're coming in from seeing Project Hail Mary to have to cover the plants. It says patchy frost, not a hard freeze, so hopefully a covering and things will be okay. All the pollen stuff came down in the storm last night. We had just shy of a ½ inch of rain. You ready? Oh, my poor little... I'll clear the stuff off my rug. You want to come back out, Stripe? He's been in and out a few times this morning. He comes out and it's cold and it's wet and he goes back in. But if Mom's going to be out here, I'm going to be out here too. He doesn't like to miss where his mom is. Hey, Marty. Yeah, the little wind spinners I put out are definitely doing their thing this morning. The windsock. We have a breeze, but it's pretty nice out here. It's not bitter. It doesn't feel bitter. I've got on a sweatshirt but no jacket. It's fine. And everything has that clean, fresh, revived with the moisture, you know, kind of a feel to it. So that's all great. We are going to eat a little breakfast, go order the flagstone, head to WRAL and walk around the gardens, and then go to the movie. And I got a couple more porterhouse steaks for dinner when we come home, although we'll have to cover plants first. That's the only not good thing today. Although right now it's so windy, frost wouldn't set. I had a little trouble with red ants coming up the bird feed onto the hummingbird feeder like immediately. So first off, we filled the ant moat, and second off, Don went down there and he used a couple of ties, twist ties, whatever kind of ties he used, to put some ant bait on the pole. This is liquid that's in a little enclosed area, little tube thing that only the ants can get into. And it's at such a low dose, it's really only effective on ants. So I feel safe using it out there. Anyway, hopefully that will get the ants off the hummingbird feeder. I didn't see the hummer yesterday. I just saw ants in motion setting off the camera. I probably need to lower the intensity a little bit. But, you know, I knew there was a chance he was just on his way somewhere, saw the feeder, got some juice, and kept going. Such is this time of year. I'd make you a great breakfast anyway, but he offered, without asking, to take me to WRAL to look at azaleas and tulips and stuff on our way to the movie. Good thinking, since we were already going to be downtown. Yeah. And anyway, I got to feed him before the movie because, you know, we don't eat all that junk food. We would love something. We like it all, but we're not going to eat it. We're on our way to WRAL and the movie, but we stopped in here at Soil Toppers. They were open until 3. It's 1:30, and we ordered the Midnight Blue Flagstone, and they're going to deliver it Wednesday. I have a dentist appointment in the afternoon, but Dawn will be there all day. And just as well as you and the guy decide where it's going and how it's going.
Yeah,
so.
Pretty much. That's exactly right.
Well, we're here at WRAL Azalea Gardens, and we've seen tulips blooming, so that's awesome. And they also have this new lower garden. It just seems lower to me. Open. It's been planted and you can walk down there. This will be the first time we've been able to walk down there. They're always doing something new here. Obviously, they're going to plant a little something in this area too.
Your hydrangeas?
No, this is, I think this is witch hazel. Oh. I'm just going to tell you it's witch hazel. Small, highly veined, defined, deep leaf, and little tiny yellow flowers. Yeah, this is probably Ryusin. That's the one over there by the carport in the little garden area. So if you stay, right, well ours, that one that we have is a low graft, but we might have a high graft soon, and that one will be staked so that it's a little taller. But I'd be willing to bet money it's a Ryusin. Very nice. These are hydrangeas on your right here.
Okay.
Ought to look very familiar. We chose not to wear our jacket. It's a little breezy in the shade. It's perfectly nice in the sun, you know.
Very nice.
So this could be, as I was saying, this could be Aniba shidare. It could be Tamakiyama. I don't think it's Orangeola. But anyway, you see when it's not raised off the ground that it basically grows into the ground. And so when Dawn, well, yours out front is up high and it's still touching the ground. But you all I'm just saying is they do really look nice sometimes when you plant them raised, and then it just gives even more room for them to weep down.
Right. See, that's only 5 feet tall.
Yeah, that's a pretty tree. A lot of times things here are tagged, and I would tell you for sure what it was, but in this newer garden, they have not apparently put out tags yet. Here's a peony, or a peony. Very nice purple azaleas. I was trying to think, right when you said that, I was trying to think, are those purple, or am I supposed to call that a different color shade?
Don't look at me. No idea.
It's not lavender and it's not fuchsia. We'll just go with purple. Now, if I had to guess, that big Japanese maple straight ahead there, that's probably just a blood good. It looks beautiful. I've done a nice job here with the water garden and the bridge. And there's tulips. Look at the tulips. I do have my big camera and my long lens, or I would be crying. I don't know why this area would be left open. I'm sure they have a plan. But it's, I would say that's a centipede grass, which is a summer grass, which is why it's all browned out right now. But it will, the sod will definitely get going in the spring. I'm not a huge fan of centipede, but I like fescue, which is a winter grass, totally different thing. Red bud.
Look, they're very pretty. And what's that planted in with the tulips, that furry flower?
Those are pansies. The undercover is pansies. And this is a red, dark-leafed Wildelia. Has the little pink flowers. It actually doesn't look like the ones they planted hasn't really done too good. There's a lot of dead growth in it. But hopefully they'll come back. We have a bird above you.
Yeah, well, there's a bird
feeder. A grackle. Yep, that was a grackle. There's a mourning dove on the ground and a cardinal up in the tree. They have lots of bird feeders here. They also have lots of wind chimes. Hopefully somebody's going to come back and hang that bluebird box. There was a few cars in the parking lot, but not a ton. Maybe people didn't want to deal with the breeze today. But it's plenty warm. Oh my goodness, Donnie, look at that golden. So they would call this one a golden. Pretty sure. This one won't turn chartreuse. It'll look a little more gold. What is it? Orange Dream. Okay. Well, I've considered Orange Dream, and I don't have one yet.
Oh, it definitely has a bright green leaf color.
Yeah. Orange Dream. Mr. Maple sells it. I'm pretty sure this is Gold Digger. It's not labeled. They really got to fix the labels. Not having labels is annoying. Can you see the bark? How gold in color it is. We have this maple. It's on the walkway in the blue pot by the azalea on the walkway. You've been carrying it in and out of the garage for me to protect it from frost. It's one of those trees. And so that's what it looks like when it's matured. It's got a little bit of die off. It's probably newly transplanted, and I'm sure the guys that take care of the garden will come and trim that back, and it'll be fine. It just needs to take off again. But yeah, that would be a gold, not a gold Japanese maple, but a gold bark Japanese maple. And I think this orange azalea, deciduous azalea, these are all evergreen azaleas. I don't know what all places in the country azaleas are, but like we didn't have them in New Jersey, I don't think. Wilmington is like the azalea capital of North Carolina, down closer to the beach. But I think this variety, I'm pretty sure if we see it today, it's called Gibraltar, and I have one of these waiting for us at Mr. Maple too. I have 2 deciduous azaleas in the yard, and the deer eat them, and then they don't take off good. So hopefully that will not be the case. But wow, this is like my favorite thing in the garden, because I don't know anywhere else we can go and see a species of this azalea this big and pretty in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Well, there's a buckwheat at the environmental park that looks like this in the spring. This one is looking amazing. I noticed there's a baby down here on the ground, and we have a couple of these in the side yard that are nowhere near this big yet. It does have very nice interest when it first comes out. Oh, this might be the prettiest dogwood we see. I like this half pink, half white.
Very pretty.
It's just called pink flowering dogwood on the sign, but yeah, I really like it. Very pretty. This is a butterfly Japanese maple. It's just like the one at the end of our walkway, and some of the branches have lost its variegation. So what an arborist would do is they would come in and they would cut, they would prune it, and they would get rid of the branches without the variegation to encourage the ones with the variegation to do their thing. I'm no arborist, but I've read what other people have done to fix theirs. I was telling Dawn, if for no other reason, this is why I choose WRAL as my local news station when I ever look at local news, which is not that often, because this is free. It's beautiful. I don't know how many, but thousands of people every year come and walk through here and enjoy themselves. You can get married here. You can have your prom picture taken here. You know, this is a productive thing they have done for the community, so I'm liking that. Aw, so this sprinkler spins the hummingbird. And there is a gentleman down there with a wheelbarrow doing something in the gardens today. I would say they would not normally work on the weekend, but I would also say that there's guys out here all the time. A crew out here frequently with making it look good, keeping it looking good. I don't have this one, and I think you're safe from me going and buying it.
Good.
I like it, but I don't love it enough.
Right.
Well, I hope the peonies that they've planted here with the little peony round circular holder things do good for them. I like this. I'm not sure what I would put on it if I had it, but if Guardian Angel gets one of those, I'm gonna need it. So the tulips are not in the sun right now, so I'm not gonna get a great picture. But I'll walk the walk. And yes, you're allowed to walk here. The wedding parties and stuff, they do it all the time. Huh? Okay, Don says he can see tulips in the sun in the courtyard. It's great out here today, except in the shade. And right now I'm walking where the wind is tunneling. I see the tulips in the courtyard, but yeah. The border looks really pretty. I like non-solid color tulips for picture taking. I'm sure some of these chimes have to be woodstock chimes. They sound really pretty. That's just a brand of high-end chimes. A snowball tree. Lots of snowballs. So a lot of the people that would get married here would get married at this spot. Not that you have to get married in this location in the garden, but it is popular. They put this area here for that purpose. Oh, sunshine, warmth, warmth again. Nice fountain. I see it had a crack and they repaired it. Couple cracks. That's a little bit of a surprise. But they've done the necessary repairs. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to pay to replace it. So this is what the one we have. This is either fairy hair or harp string, although it's labeled Shishigashira, which I swear we have in the yard because I just made that tag, but ours doesn't look like this.
Yeah, but it's only a few years.
Or, well, no, I'm questioning if the label on this one is wrong here at the gardens, which is not impossible. But anyway, that's beautiful fairy hair or harp string. And now that I know that it absolutely despises water, ours is doing much better. So hopefully it'll put out some new growth this year. Because we've lost several limbs and it's not looking great. But it's looking good right now. It's come out good this spring.
Yeah.
Cannot stand water. I'm not a fan of the white. But the undercover of the blues and purples and maroon pansies does look really nice in contrast. Yeah, it's busy here. Not the busiest we've seen it, but it's plenty busy. Well, it's a wrap again. Don says it took an hour for us to get everything covered. He did heavy pots and trash cans and remote plants. Went to the mailbox on the unicycle. And I worked around the house in the front yard, and then we did these tall ones we do together. So we got 2 people lifting. And I'm going to go cook dinner now. They just wouldn't come off the 35 degrees and patchy frost forecast. As much as I hoped. We came out of the movie, and we were messaging our friends about the movie and the Cybertruck delivery and stuff. And then we stopped at the Walmart. I don't think we ever said anything about the movie after we left the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how. Well, it was excellent.
Yeah, a very good movie. I enjoyed it very much.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't say too much, but Ryan Gosling was great.
Yeah, he was.
I like the lady that played the Strauss, we think, but we don't remember exactly the spelling or pronunciation. I thought that actress did a good job, too.
Yeah.
And the special effects were good, and I think it's fair to say that they stayed true to the book in all of the places that mattered.
They did cut out a couple of the minor plot points, but they really were.
You didn't miss anything. You won't know you didn't know it if you didn't read the book or listen to the book. You won't know because it was just not necessary. And the thing that will surprise you most about the movie is how many times you and everyone else in the theater is laughing.
That's right.
It like The Martian had you cracking up some.
Yeah, same thing.
With Matt Damon. The same thing with Ryan Gosling. It had you cracking up. It was. Yeah. Yeah, and there was a couple times there was a tear. There was strong emotion. So I look for movies and books need to evoke emotion, or why bother watching them? And it did that. So hopefully we didn't spoil it. Go see it.
Yeah.
Equally, go listen to it on Audible. The guy that narrates it does an excellent job.
I would say listen to it. I mean, read it for sure, but I would say if you only have an ability to listen or read it, listen. Because that narrator adds a lot to the story. Yeah,
he did a great job with some of the vocalizations and communication. He handled it well. We'll just leave it there. So anyway, we were glad we went. We enjoyed it. We stayed awake for the whole thing,
I didn't fall asleep.
which we have trouble with sometimes. Right. And, my legs gave me a little bit of trouble sitting there for that long, but not. I guess as an older person, I would value. I would value a halftime.
Oh, sure.
15-minute recess. You get to go use the restroom, get a water, get some popcorn, check your messages, and come back. I mean, I'm just saying at my age, I would value that, especially when it's over 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's a long movie. But it moved. It never was boring.
Yeah. It's if you haven't seen a movie in a while and you've been down on movies, this one will lift you up a bit, I think. Yeah, great way to phrase it up, Donnie. Yeah.